Good morning. We are in a different world than when I joined you just 10 weeks ago. As I visited our 20 county service area, talked with you in your office, and met with some of you in small groups, I learned about your resiliency, your love and care for your neighbors, and I witnessed firsthand your welcoming spirit as my family and I landed in northeast Nebraska in the middle of winter. As we saw last night, winter has yet to leave, but spring is ahead. As I shared with you a few weeks ago, spring is a time of hope. Soon we will see the buds on our trees, in our gardens, and on our farms, and we will get to the other side of this uncertain time. Nothing can compare to the magnitude of the challenge that has invaded our lives in the form of the COVID-19 pandemic. This virus does not impact our buildings or systems. It impacts our people, the most precious asset of Northeast. At the start of this week, we needed to focus on the students. We appreciate all the work that our faculty has done in the past 5 days to ensure our students can continue with their studies. Our staff has been a critical piece of that effort, and they all need a huge shout out as well. They've continued to work in their offices and throughout our campus, trying to find some sense of normalcy as they work at their desks, clean the buildings, support the faculty, and make repairs. Thank you all so much. In this message, which is a little longer than I had planned, I want to provide you with the assurance that your job is secure. We will also take this time to provide information about the operation of the college facilities moving forward. From the initial activation of our incident command team, the goal has been and continues to be to minimize the risk of exposure to the coronavirus for our employees and our students. We live in an information age. Much of our work with students and families can occur remotely using our computers and tools like Zoom and Canvas. However, we do have several jobs that cannot be completed remotely. We want to continue to minimize the risk of exposure to our employees. With that said, we will arrange for more employees to work from home to reduce the risk to individuals who will continue to be working on our campuses. For those who will work on our campuses, we will adjust office spaces to ensure social distancing and provide disinfectants to those areas where there may be appointments with student or families, and feel free to bring your own. The vice presidents have already made arrangements with many employees and will be working to support both options in the days ahead. Another significant measure is beginning Monday, March 23rd, all Northeast building doors will be locked, with signage to direct people to call the college phone number to connect with an office. We need your help working with your supervisors to create the protocols for each of our areas. There is no playbook for what is happening in our world and on our college campuses. We are accessing resources from our higher education partners and relying on guidance from the CDC and Elkhorn-Logan Valley Public Health. We ask that you engage in these conversations and be open to making adjustments as the time passes and we learn what might not be working well. We need your creative minds and your can-do spirit. Practice using Zoom, FaceTime, and don't expect perfection. We need to change how we do business. During this time, more casual attire is acceptable and in fact expected, both for on-campus and remote workers. Wear your Northeast gear to remind you of this great place we work. For those of you working from home, please don't video conference in your pajamas. But when your child or your pet pops into the screen, introduce them to your student that you're working with or your coworker. Enjoy remote coffee breaks between our people at home and those who remain on campus. Take walks, get fresh air, and try to find humor in the chaos. To support our employees during difficult personal times, Northeast Community College has generous leave policies. I took the time to review these yesterday and was so pleased to learn how generous they are. These will be combined with the new legislation that was signed by President Trump earlier this week, the Families First Coronavirus Response Act, or FFCRA. First and foremost, your job is protected. This means that as an employee who needs to use leave, up to 12 weeks has a job to return to. This includes all of our employees, full-time, part-time, adjunct faculty, new employees, and even our work-study students. The FFCRA defines these job-protected leaves as the following employee conditions. You need to care for children under 18 because of school or child care closures or unavailability of a child care provider. If you are ill or in a high-risk category, have been isolated or quarantined. You need to care for a family member who is ill. There is a federal, state, or local authority that declares an emergency with respect to COVID-19. What does this mean for Northeast? We will expand the definition of sick leave to include these conditions from Monday, March 23rd through the end of this calendar year. This procedure provides 90 days of leave for all employees who have worked at Northeast for more than 1 year. The legislation provides some additional support, and we will be working through those details next week. The legislation also clearly articulates support for those who have been employed less than 1 year and those who are part-time. We will work with every employee who needs to take leave, and again, your job is protected. It is important for us to document the type of leave. This is not free of difficulty, but it's a process problem. We will put together virtual training sessions over the next few weeks as we work through the details on how you will document your leave. If you need to take leave, contact your supervisor. Finally, I need to touch on business continuity. As the uncertainty continues, the college is completing its plan that identifies essential functions from each division in order for Northeast Community College to continue to operate if there is a 30 to 90-day period where we are asked and mandated to shelter in our homes by a federal, state, or local authority. We aren't at this point yet, so each vice president is working to identify key functions and designated staff who will be asked to continue to work on site or remotely so Northeast can sustain operations. I need to take a breath. I just covered a lot. We will add the summary of this video to our COVID-19 webpage, and please keep this video. We don't plan to post it on the site, but we will provide this information to you in writing. We will continue to use our COVID-19 webpage for updates. Check there when you have a question. It may be included in our FAQs. You are so vital to achieving our mission of student success and being the leader that we are in Northeast Nebraska. It is impossible to reach this goal without your dedication and commitment. I am so appreciative of all of your work and patience. I know it is not easy to live with so much unknown. We are in this together. We are proud of our college, our students, and our resiliency. We are Northeast. Stay strong, and thank you.